Hey, welcome back to AriesEDC, guys. We are picking up on the November builds, and we have the Gargoyle. Last time I left, we got it all hand sanded, cleaned up, got it ready, and the next step was to be blued. The final finish that this person wanted was they wanted it blued, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. The biggest thing with being it blued is once you get it to this stage, you got to get it really clean. Got to get all the oils and grease or anything that is on that blade off. I did polish it, so I needed to get all the polishing compound off, etc. So we got it really cleaned up, as clean as I possibly could. Oh, don't forget the holes. We got to just get the whole thing clean. It's kind of a process that you cannot skip when you're doing this, or the bluing solution just will not take. And I find this process is very, very interesting to do because it happens so fast. And you never kind of know what the actually end finish is going to look like. You just kind of hope and pray that it's going to be uniform and it's going to look pretty good. So I'm going to get a little piece of paper towel because I definitely don't want to do this on my silicone base. And get it ready. You're gonna notice I only dip this on the rag like one time. So I get a little rag, give the bottle a little stir. Just, you don't have to, but it's just, I'm ridiculous like that. But so I'm gonna just put a little dab on the rag, and that's all you really need. And then you start wiping this on and try to get it nice and uniform strokes. Try to get it all worked into the steel, and already you can see that it's starting to blue. It does a really neat thing. And when you follow the directions on the bottle, it's like, yeah, you do it, wait about 5 seconds, and then you can wipe it off with water and a very fine Scotch-Brite or steel wool, which is what I do. Once I get this thing all covered in the solution, I take it to the sink, rinse it off, and then I take a very, very fine steel wool and I kind of polish the whole thing up with that. And that's pretty much all I do. I just let the solution kind of do its thing. You can see it changes. It goes from browns to a blue to just that nice dark gray color, which is what I end up looking like. It ends up looking like. And you really can't control too much what it does. You just try to get it nice and uniform on the steel so that it's nice and blue. So you see it's getting nice and dark, and it's looking pretty darn good. So it's an interesting process. It's not something that I do very often, because I think over time the bluing does wear out, and then you have to end up doing it again, where the etch, if you etch something, it'll stay there and it just kind of wears away instead of this just kind of rubbing off. But we'll see. I don't know, but I'm really happy with the way that this one came out. So it was a unique process that I just wanted to share with you guys and do this voiceover. It's kind of interesting. But there it is. Check it out. All right. There it is, guys. There it is. The blued Gargoyle. Wow. So this thing is looking pretty good. I'm going to send some pictures off to the owner, see if they're happy with that finish. I think it came out pretty cool. Look at that balance. Man, this thing is so balanced. Really good. Boom. 4 fingers. 4 finger. About a 3-inch blade. Really, really cool little fixed blade. So now if that person is ready or happy with that finish, then I can do the sheath. And this one will be on its way. So let me shoot down these photos and maybe we can get started on the sheath. All right, guys, so the Gargoyle is in the press, getting the sheath done. So, oh, by the way, time of filming this, the 2 naked columns and the Nitro V column are still available. So check it out. Check it out, Etsy.
Go check them out on Etsy. All right. So, what are we doing besides messy shop? I said we have the 3 thorns, and these 3, the edges have all been cleaned up and are prepped. I need to drill the holes out just a little bit and clean out that, and then maybe do some surface sanding and get these prepped for, you guessed it, the bevels already. So I'm just going to drill the holes on these first, all 3. These are the stainless. This is all AEB-L. So I'm going to get these prepped and ready for bevels, and then maybe we'll get to bevels very, very soon. And then I still have the 3 ADCRV2 blades that are waiting in the wind. So I'm getting all these started while the November builds are all at heat treat. So that's the pedal, the Bloom harpoon, and a Gargoyle, and what was the last one? Oh, a Cardinal. What happened to my Cardinal? I put it away. A Cardinal. So I have a Cardinal, a Bloom harpoon, a pedal, and a Gargoyle all at heat treat right now. So I gotta wait for them to get back, but in the meantime, I'm gonna be busy. Well, all right. I got the holes cleaned up, chamfered off just a little bit. Again, these are all getting handles, so it's not really a big deal. Got them somewhat sanded. Oh, I didn't do that side. How did I not do that side? So I gotta do that side. Got them sanded off, found the angles, marked the center line. We are ready for bevels already. And it's only 1:45, and I gotta go get cleaned up, and we're gonna go check on the Gargoyle. All right, guys, sheath turned out pretty good. So I just have to cut it out and put it all together. And you guys have seen that many times, so I'm just gonna do it. Let's go. And there it is. So we have the Gargoyle and the sheath. Came out really well. It fits nice. And this one is almost done. The only thing left on this is to put an edge on it. Wow. This was amazing. So I need to go set this up and start sharpening. Let's make it sharp. All right, guys, there it is, the completed Gargoyle. Sheath done. It is now sharpened and has an edge on it and is nice and sharp. So I need to go get the final pictures done on this one. And this one is done. I'll get these sent over to the owner of this one to see if they are happy. And we can call that one done and hopefully get this shipped out to its new owner very, very soon. So what does that leave me? Well, that leaves me going back to some of the December builds. So I got the blanks made for the XL projects, which I know you guys, some of you are very excited about. And I'm excited about seeing what they turn into as well. But it's not a priority for me. What the priority right now is getting December done. I got an email this morning from Peters saying that all of the stainless blades are now in tempering. So they've been heat treated and now they're in tempering, which once they're done with tempering, then they're done. And hopefully they'll get to shipping and shipped and get back to me sooner than later. So it's Saturday as I'm filming this. So I'm hoping by at least Tuesday, they'll come and I'll get my notification that they have shipped back. That is the hope. Because if I can get that by Tuesday,
Then by the following Friday, I'll get all of those back and I can work on those over the weekend and start getting handles done and the blades cleaned up. But in the meantime, I do have those December Thorns to work on. So I can start doing the bevels on at least the 3 stainless and get those out the door. But I got some exciting packages over the past couple days. And I'm sure you're wondering, Aries, what are you doing for November handle materials? And I have some really cool stuff for you. So, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh yeah. So if you are a member of the Patreon or you are a channel member, you've already seen some hints and some pictures of all of this material. And I've kind of been sharing that. And I got some really, really cool stuff in that I gotta tell you, it's gonna be a really, really good month. So let me open this up. First up, we have the Royal Pearl Kieranite. So this is the Royal Pearl Kieranite, which is the blue and the yellow Kieranite scales that are gonna be on the pedal. Yes, the pedal. So the pedal is going to get this material. I gotta pick which side. I think this side is gonna look better. And these are matching scales. So they are completely matching. You see the pattern completely lines up, which is completely awesome. So these are gonna go on the pedal, which is cool because these are small little pieces and that's gonna work perfect for that knife. And so I'll just put that there. I got some stuff from knifekits.com and they sent me this really cool sticker, the Knife Kits Mafia. So excited about putting that on my board. The Bloom Harpoon is going to get the Damalux Indigo. So you can see all those nice layers. Once I get this material glued on, I'm gonna thin it out because it is pretty thick. Like you can see how thick that stuff is. It's a 1/4 inch thick and it's gonna go on a Bloom Harpoon, and that definitely doesn't need to be that thick of a handle. So I'm gonna thin that out a little bit, which is gonna bring out all of those layers of the Damalux. This material is exactly what I used for Matisfaction's pistol. So it's gonna have kind of the nice gray and indigo kind of look to it. You're gonna have the dark and then the light, and it's gonna look really, really cool. So we got that one. We got this. This is Voodoo Resins, I forgot what it's called, Ocean Moon or something. This stuff is really, really cool. Supposedly, and this is, let me see if I can figure it out. Hold on. This is matching as well. So if I turn it on that side, you can see that everything matches up. So these is a Matchbox scales, and I think I'll use that on the inside, this on the outside. It's got a little bit more movement. It's kind of translucent, and supposedly this is glow in the dark, which I have not tested yet. So we got to test the glow in the dark of this, so that'll be fun to really take a look at. And this one is going to get this Kydex. So this is Kydex, and so this material with that Kydex is going to look pretty cool. It's going to be very oceany themed, so that's going to be really awesome. So looking forward to doing that one. And then that brings us to this. And I know you guys are like, oh no, Aries, what are you doing? I know what that is. And you're right. This is Mammoth Molar. And we're going to do the purple Mammoth Molar. The place I got this from only had this one piece. This is going on the Gargoyle. not the skeletonized one, but the other one that was sent off for heat treat. And obviously the Gargoyle handle, let me pull this one out so you can see, the Gargoyle handle is far too big for me to do the whole thing in one piece. So I'm gonna have to cut this in half, and we're gonna do half mammoth molar, and we're gonna do a bolster look. So the front bolster is going to be this material, which is the gray and purple Demalux, just like this. But this is going to be the gray and kind of purple layers of the Demalux. So as I'm shaping that, all of those layers of the purple are going to come out, which is going to look really good matched up with the mammoth molar. So you got that nice gray look up against the mammoth molar, and then with a little bit of pops of purple mixed in as we round all the corners and the fronts and everything else. It's gonna look really awesome. And I know you guys are like, oh boy, you're doing molar again, man, it's gonna crack, it's gonna be, but look at it. Can you see how smooth all that is? If you have been a follower of the channel, you know what these are. And this is the failed mammoth molar scales that I tried to do before, and it just wasn't working, and I gave up on. But look at that versus this. So you can actually see how this has been completely stabilized versus this, which has not been stabilized whatsoever. So these are just raw material that have been dyed. It has not been stabilized. And even though the person who told me says, yeah, it's been stabilized, there's no way that was stabilized. Compared to this, look how smooth that is. You can't even see the texture of the molar anywhere. The whole thing has been completely stabilized. So I feel really good about this material if I don't break it. This material versus this material. I mean, you can see the actual texture of the molar in there, and that's why it was so brittle. So I'm really looking forward to taking the next step with this. And you can see stabilized by Raphir, and that is going to be a really good looking knife. The Gargoyle with the mammoth molar, and this, oh man, that is going to look really, really good. So this is what I have for you guys for the month of November, and I'm looking forward to getting those projects back and in. But until then, I have plenty to do with those thorns. Oh, and I got to get the pictures taken of this thing, because I'm sure that person is really excited about getting this into their hands. Really comfortable. So that's what I have for you guys here. Let's see, what am I doing? Thorns. Oh yeah, let's go do some thorns. Alright guys, let me turn this fan on. So I got 2 of the 3 thorns bevels done. So nice high bevel. I like a little bit of the flat still showing, give it a little bit of character on that blade. But yep, so 2 of the 3 AEBL blades are done. I have 1 more to go, but that will be on the next one. So hopefully on the next video, I'll hopefully get these 3 all beveled out and hand sanded smooth, put the sharpening choils on, and get them ready for heat treat. If I can get these 3 sent out for heat treat for December already, by the time I get them back, then beginning of December, I'll just work on all 6 of the thorns. So just as a reminder, I have the 3 AEB, and then the 380 CRV2. Which ones are stainless, which ones aren't? But no, these need to get cleaned up, obviously, but these I can heat treat in house, and these I sent out. So these ADCRV2 blades I can do in-house, and hopefully I'll get these done. Plus, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I get November's blades done or back here by the end of this week. And then I can get all this stuff done. And then maybe mid-December, who knows, I'll be able to get all of these done and get them off to you guys. Again, all the Thorns are getting the glow-in-the-dark materials. I have 5 different colors, and I have to figure out what colors I'm going to do on each of these. I think these 3 will be yellow, green, and pink maybe, and we'll do blue and purple on one, and then the last one, I don't know. We're gonna see if maybe I can mix up some colors and do something fun. The chance of the rainbow, maybe. I don't know. You guys will push me, I'm sure. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe so you can keep up with everything that's going on here at AriesEDC. There's a lot of things going on at one time, and maybe by December, some of those XL models will come into play. Maybe I'll have some extra time, but maybe I want to just chill during the holidays. Probably not, but I'll do something. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. Again, the choice is always yours.